We ended up running out of money while we were doing job searches and everything, but nothing came in the time that we wanted it to come. My youngest son, he was having a lot of withdrawal because of the constant moving from place to place. Because he had a speech impediment, I've never heard him say the word mom. He was going here for about 2 months. One day he came home from school and I was in the kitchen cooking and he was just like, "Mom, da-da-da-da-da-da," and I didn't hear anything else he said. I'm like, "No, backtrack. What did you say at first?" And he was like, "Mom." I was like, "Oh my goodness." And it was just like, it was an epic moment for me.
Because of the constellation of services that Wellspring Family Services provides, looking at preventing and ending homelessness, ending domestic violence, mental health services, and particularly our Early Learning Center working with young children who've been through trauma, I believe that we have a profound impact in the community.
We understand that the children we're working with have experienced things in their very early lives that have impacted their ability to control themselves, which often leads to really difficult behavioral issues in the classroom. And for classrooms and teachers that are not able to handle that, then really a preschool may well expel a child.
Once they get to kindergarten, no matter how cognitively bright they are, if they're not able to sit in the chair or to follow directions from a teacher, then they will find themselves getting into behavioral issues and being labeled.
They don't receive the same resources that regular society, offers to the world. Regardless of a child's socioeconomic status, every child has and deserves the right to have a great life.
We know through research that it's possible to help those children and that they can gain those skills. And they, in fact, do gain those skills here.
We have really low teacher-child ratios. We have healthcare services provided on site. We have family support staff that works directly with the families.
They actually helped me to work with him in order to give him a better understanding of the situation and also to help him to understand how to express himself better, and that eventually made him a happier person.
We all know the phrase of the parent is the child's first teacher. So the therapists that we have are really skilled at working and helping parents build on their strengths.
Now I'm currently attending Seattle Central, where I'm studying social and human services, and I'm trying to get my certificate and my bachelor's degree, and I'm just striving to give back what I've received.
We have all this research on brain science and on the way the environment impacts you and how the first 5 years of life are so critical. We're making that impact at that early age, and we're really changing the trajectory of their lives.
It really does show that for every dollar we spend 0 to 5, you save $7 to $10 down the road in terms of other types of services that would need to be provided. I think that actually is a compelling argument from a business perspective. From a human perspective, what I know is that you profoundly change the path for those young children so they can be the kind of adult we want every one of our children to be.
Here I am going to be teaching in the actual program that I attended when I was in preschool. That's just mind-blowing. You attend an early learning program, all the opportunities and all the development and growth that you are able to reach because of that experience, and how that pretty much is set up as a ladder, and you just keep going, keep going. And that's what I did. I got to college and here I am today.
Can you show them what the ELC taught you, how they taught you how to say your ABCs?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O.
We know that for many children, they would not reach those milestones and be able to be ready for school and to learn if they didn't have this environment that helped them.
So coming to the Early Learning Center, they're in a child-centered environment that, if they break something, it's okay. If they spill something, it's okay. They're guided in positive ways and they're not being yelled at, they're being children.
Seeing some students who've been through the storm and they're still walking around smiling and laughing, that's a testament to why programs like this are very essential.
It just opened him up, and he's blossoming. And I think that stemmed from him going to the ELC.
There's a lot of hope in terms of what we can do with those young children who've experienced so much trauma. We can intervene and change those pathways. We've only been able to do that because of public awareness, generosity in the community, And opening our 5th classroom is a really good example of all of those pieces coming together.
The opening of the 5th classroom is going to allow a lot of families who need the services here to come into the doors, you know, and allow their child to be somewhere safe and somewhere developmental needs, social needs, emotional needs will be met.
My family, we have went through a lot as far as being homeless and going through the things that we've gone through. Wellsprings and the Early Learning Center, they helped me to break generational chains, and I just want to build a brighter future for my children. And if they see how far we have come and how far I have come, they would see that there is no limits to the things that they're able to do. And I just want to make sure that my babies have all the possibilities in the world to get what they want out of life. And I just feel like this is the first step in the right direction.